Hey everybody, thanks for joining me today. I have a special guest, Ashley Reinke-Hawk, and she's a nutritionist. She has a lot of great ideas for staying healthy in the kitchen, how to do it on a budget. And today we're really going to talk about how to keep nutrition and health in mind, being as we're all at home and the urge to eat or snack or not be so healthy is definitely starting to creep in. I can say that for myself. So Ashley, thanks for joining me today.
I'm really excited to talk about this because I think as we're adjusting to this new normal, it's really important that we make sure to kind of take the time to pay attention to our routines in life, but also in the kitchen. Our routine when it comes to food is just as important as your routine when it comes to getting outside and taking a walk or waking your kids up in the morning. So I want to make sure that we're paying enough attention to it and taking care of our bodies through nutrition.
Well, as we're all staying connected virtually, I'm seeing tons of social media posts and people talking online about, oh my gosh, I'm going to come out of this 20 pounds heavier, or why am I looking in the refrigerator again? Start telling me, what are some of your top tips, or what's your number one tip to kind of curb some of those cravings or curb these urges to raid the kitchen?
Yeah, so today we're going to go over 5 tips. And the first one is, you really want to make sure you're not ever working in the kitchen. You want to make the kitchen that kind of special place where you're able to go and kind of unwind and cook. And when you're in there, you shift your mindset. So you're not working, but you're focusing on food. You're sitting down at your table, enjoying your meals, enjoying the flavors and the company around you. So just really make sure that you're not doing your conference calls while you're making that sandwich, or you're not doing some work while you're eating your lunch, because this is going to make you more mindful and more present. And it's going to help eliminate that kind of mindless snacking that we can all do.
In the focus completely changes just knowing that, that little snack or that quick little meal, the microwave's right there. I just want to heat something up real quick. How can we stay focused when it comes to making sure we're eating healthy, or, we're not going overboard and we're still finding nutritious, easy meals and snacks within the home?
So, tip number 2 is to still plan your meals ahead of time. A lot of people think that, okay, well, now I'm working from home, so I don't need to meal prep anymore. But I've actually found that the mornings and the days that I've meal prepped the day ahead of time, I'm really productive and I'm really focused because I'm not thinking in the back of my mind, oh, what am I going to have for lunch? And it kind of gives you a chance to spend an hour at the end of the day to plan your meals and to decompress. So what I've been doing is actually making some of my favorite snacks a day or a few days ahead of time. And this is awesome. This is a blueberry oat bread. It's 5 ingredients, and I'm going to have the recipe online as well. All you do is put this in a blender. It's banana, oats, a little bit of oat milk, baking powder, and honey. You're just going to blend it on up and then you bake it. And this has been such a great snack for me to kind of grab either in the morning if I want something with my coffee, or if I just need a sweet treat. But it really helps reaching for, maybe those sugary cookies that you have at the top of your pantry. So when you kind of make these things ahead of time, it makes you more excited about enjoying them. Plus, it's a great way to spend 15 minutes baking and spending some time in your kitchen. So that's just one. And another one is what I'm calling my 4 ingredient anytime smoothie. And
Smoothies are always a good idea.
smoothies are always so refreshing. And this one's great because it actually has about 2 handfuls of spinach in it, which is a fantastic antioxidant, as well as loaded with iron and even a little vitamin D. So you're going to use about 2 handfuls of spinach, half a banana, almond milk, and a scoop of peanut butter. And what
Oh.
makes it perfect for any time is you can have it in the morning with your breakfast, but it's also a great afternoon snack. And it's so refreshing and so hydrating that I feel like when you feed your body with healthy nutrients, you crave them more often. It's that repetitive motion of when you eat healthy, you want to eat healthy again. So being able to kind of not lose momentum, but plan out your snacks so you have great healthy options is going to keep that momentum up.
Also heard that, the meal planning, if you have your meals planned out, it can cut down on any arguments. I'm here with my kids and everybody else in the house. And it's like, that's the last thing we want to argue about is what we're going to eat. If we have it a set schedule, there's no room for questioning or second guessing.
Exactly. And everyone kind of, they say that to avoid conflict during this time, it's better to just problem solve ahead. So if you know that, sometimes there's some arguments or discrepancies over meals, then, taking a little bit of time at the beginning of the week to say, hey, let's map out what we're going to eat Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, that's going to help clear up any potential conflict. And it gives everybody something to look forward to because they can pick their favorite meal. And this is really important to use food to bring everybody together right now, those in your family, or even if you want to do a virtual conversation with your friends, staying connected is really important right now. And food has always been one of the classic ways to stay connected.
True, very true. What about staying hydrated? Is that important right now?
Yeah, so we'll jump on into tip number 3, which is drink plenty of water. I don't know about you, but when I'm working from home, I'll have my coffee or I'll eat my breakfast. And then before I know it, it's 1 or 2 o'clock and I realize that I haven't had any water. And it's really important to stay hydrated because that's what's going to allow your digestive system to work properly. So what I've been doing and what I recommend with a lot of my clients is to have a water bottle that you know the size of. So I know how much water is in here. I know how many of these I need to drink. And then I'm able to kind of track it throughout the day and say, okay, I need to drink 4 of these today. I've only had 2 or 3. Time to drink a little bit more water. So just making sure that you're aware of that and not losing sight again of our routines.
Yes, yes. Well, as you know, I am a mom, and it can be challenging right now to say no to the junk food or the little snacks that my kids pick up. How can
Mhm.
I avoid falling into that trap?
Yeah, so it's kind of the funny irony, like you said, a lot of people are freaking out right now that they've got their diet's been really good and they're going to lose it during this time that we're working from home. But research is actually the total opposite. Research has shown time and time again that when we're making our meals in our kitchen and when we're having at home cooked foods, we're actually eating healthier and the foods that we're consuming have a higher nutrient profile. So it's just kind of this juxtapose, and it makes you realize, it comes down to what we buy. So
Oh
it's
my goodness.
going into the grocery store with a plan and avoiding the junk food. It can be tempting to do, but remember, there's always an alternative. And when you don't have it in your house, you're not going to eat it. If you have something like some fresh berries that you can reach for or some nuts
Mhm.
instead of a peanut butter cookie or something, then you're going to reach for that because it's what you have available. So, don't put the temptation in front of your face, just avoid it completely and don't buy the junk
Oh,
food.
Ashley, I'll raise my hand. I'm so guilty. If I have cookies in the house, they're going to find their way into my belly. So the best way is just to keep them away. Then I don't have to worry about so much willpower.
And this actually brings me to the 5th point, which
Yes.
is, Aubrey, it's totally fine to have a cookie every now and then. I always feel a little bad when I say, okay, avoid the junk food because everything in moderation, right? That's what food is about. We want to be able to enjoy it. It was Girl Scout season recently. If you want to indulge in your favorite cookies, go for it. But check the serving size. So tip number
Serving
5 is
sizes.
check the serving size because there's a difference between having one cookie and having an entire packet of cookies. And that's where these things can really add up. And not only are they going to make you feel kind of crummy because you're like, oh, I just ate a packet of cookies, but they're also not going to feel really good in your body either. You're going to notice that the next day you're going to feel a little sluggish. And again, we really want to make sure we're taking care of ourselves right now. People, we're all so sensitive, and this is a tricky time. We are still kind of alone at times, and
Mhm.
you want to make sure you're doing everything to feel your best. So spending an extra bit of time every day to make sure your food is prepped and ready to go and that you're really nourishing yourself is totally worth it right now. So I just so encourage people to, have fun in the kitchen, make it something you enjoy doing, and don't overanalyze it, but be smart about what you're eating. And I really hope that these 5 tips can help you do that.
This is great advice, Ashley. I think it's easy enough for me to understand, not feel overwhelmed. Like, hey, I can do these things. I can drink more water. I can be moderate with any things that maybe not the healthiest for me, but I still need a little bit of comfort. Where can people go for your recipes and all your great advice and tips on nutrition?
Yeah, so you can go to my website, which is ashleyranke.com. You can also check out my Instagram, which is at Ashley A. Ranke. And I'm going to have all of the recipes that I showed you today. Those are going to be in my story, and they're also going to be on the website. So you can kind of follow along and make those. And I'm going to be trying to make as many things as I can in the next couple weeks too, because again, food is such a great way to stay connected. So please reach out if there's anything you want to see more of too.
All right, Ashley, thanks so much. You always have such good energy and great advice for nutrition and health. And like I said, I'm going to stick to these 5 tips because I can do it. I can do it.
That's right. We're all in this together. Thank
Thanks
you
for
so
joining
much,
us
Aubrey.
today.